Hello, my name is Satisha KM, lecturer, Electronics and Communication Department, Karnataka Government Polytechnic, Mangalore. I would like to welcome you to ARM Controller online class. Unit 1, ARM Embedded System and ARM Processor Fundamentals. Today we can discuss topic pipeline. In previous session, we discussed topic banked register. Banked register means in ARM7 there are total 37 registers, 32-bit registers. Out of 37 32-bit registers, 20 registers are hidden from program in different times. I can show here these 20 registers, shaded registers are hidden registers. These 20 registers are called banked registers. These banked registers are available in different modes. Here it is shown different modes listed. Here it is shown different modes and how many registers or bank registers are available in each mode. Previous class we studied banked registers in detail. In today's session, we can discuss the topic pipeline, definition of pipeline, building blocks of three-stage pipeline, comparing sequential or non-pipeline instruction processing with pipeline instruction processing. By taking one example, we can discuss three-stage pipelining of ARM7, advantages of pipeline and disadvantages of pipeline. Finally, we discuss multiple choice questions covered under pipeline. First of all, we can see what is pipeline. A pipeline is a mechanism a RISC processor uses to execute the instruction. We can say pipeline is a mechanism to execute the instructions speedily. Using pipeline, speed up the execution by fetching the next instruction while other instruction being decoded or executed. Pipeline increases the speed of execution. How it increases the speed means it fetches the next instruction while other instructions are being decoded and executed. We can think of a similar way of pipeline in other area. We can think of it as an automobile assembly line. For example, in automobile assembly line, for example, in car manufacturing company, we are having different sections in that. Different sections, manufacturers, different units in a car. Finally, a car manufactured from the company. On the way to view pipeline is think of it is an automobile assembly line with each stage carrying out a particular task to manufacture a vehicle. Three-stage pipeline of ARM7. ARM7 processor has three-stage pipeline. We can see what are the sections of this pipeline. In ARM7 or in any instruction execution means there are several phases. First instruction is copied from the memory to processor, or instruction is loaded from the memory to processor. Processor will execute the instruction. After that, the result should be stored to memory. These are the steps in execution of any instruction. In pipelining, we are dividing with sub-blocks. For example, in ARM7 pipelining, one instruction is divided into 3 blocks. Here it is shown as 3 blocks. First block is fetch, second block is decode, third block is execute. The fetch block will load an instruction from the memory. It will do the first section. It loads data from memory to processor. Next section. Next section is it identifies the instruction to be executed. Third section or third block, execute block. It processes the instruction and writes the result back into the register or memory. In 3-stage pipelining, we are having 3 blocks: fetch, decode, and execute. In ARM7 processor, we are having 3-stage pipelining. Let us take a ARM7 3-stage pipelining diagram. This is the axis. This is the time axis shown here. The x-axis is time axis. This is the cycles. This one is first cycle. This one is second cycle. This one is third cycle, fourth cycle, fifth cycle. In first cycle, first instruction fetch is happening. In second cycle, first instruction decoding, second instruction fetching is being done. In third cycle, first instruction execution, second instruction decoding, third instruction fetch. Here you need to see that in each slot, for example, in third slot, third cycle, all 3 blocks are busy. Execute block will do the first instruction execution. Decoding block will do the second instruction decoding. Fetch block will do the third instruction fetching. We need to note that in third cycle, first instruction output will come. In fourth cycle, second instruction output will come. In fifth cycle, third instruction output will come. You can note here, after third cycle, for every cycle, we are having one instruction execution. We can decide that for every cycle, we are getting one instruction output. Therefore, the throughput is given as one instruction per cycle. But you can note that in these two, that cycle 1 and cycle 2, in cycle 1 time and cycle 2 time, there is no output from the pipelining architecture. These 3 cycles, first, second, 3 cycles are called latency in pipelining architecture. Time it takes for the instruction or time it takes for filling the pipeline is 3 cycles. So this is for 3-stage pipeline. Now we compare the normal, the sequential instruction processing or non-pipeline processing with pipelined processing. First, we can see sequential instruction processing. Let us take 5 instructions need to be executed. Instructions are A is the first instruction, B is the second instruction, C is the third instruction, D and E. For execution of any one instruction, we need 3 blocks, that is fetch, decode and execute. Now the method is sequential instruction processing. First instruction in first cycle will be fetched from the memory. This axis is cycle axis, that is x-axis. In first cycle, first instruction is fetched. In second cycle, first instruction will be decoded. In third cycle, first instruction will be executed. Note that in first cycle, instruction will be fetched. At the time, decode and execute block are free. At the second cycle, first instruction is decoded. At the same time, the fetch and execute blocks are free. In third cycle, first instruction is executed. These 2 blocks are free. But this is sequential instruction processing. Therefore, first instruction will be executed in 3 cycles. The second instruction also will take 3 cycles. A third instruction also will take 3 cycles. Fourth instruction will also take 3 cycles. As seen, number of cycles needed to execute an instruction is equal to number of instructions. In this, we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 instructions are there into number of stages. Here we are having 3 stages. One is fetch, decode, execute. 3 stages are there. Therefore, number of cycles needed in sequential instruction processing is number of instruction into stage 5 into 3, that is 15 cycles. Now the same example we can take for pipeline processing. So these are the time axis, that is cycle axis. In first cycle, first instruction is fetched. In second cycle, second instruction is fetched and first instruction will be decoded. In third cycle, third instruction is fetched, second instruction will be decoded, third instruction is executed. The cycles 1, 2, 3, 3 cycles for filling the pipeline. This is called latency. After third cycle, for every, you can see here, after third cycle, for every cycle, we can get one instruction output. That is a throughput instruction, one instruction per cycle we can get. So like that, pipelining architecture will do the parallel processing. Then number of cycles needed is equal to number of instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 instructions are there. 5 plus total 3 stages are there. In first 2 stages, we are not having the output. 3 minus 1, that is 5 plus 2, 7. Then number of cycles needed in pipeline processing is number of instructions plus, if 3-stage pipeline, 3 minus 1. If 5-stage pipeline, 5 minus 1. That is the formula for number of cycles. Now We can compare number of cycles needed in non-pipelining. So you can see here, non-pipeline cycles needed in sequential, non-pipelining cycles needed in pipeline. For example, if we are executing this one, we already calculated. Number of instruction is 5. In sequential processing, we need 5 into 3, 15 cycles. In this, we need 5 plus 7. Then increase in the performance factor, that is 15 by 7, that is 2.4. If we are having 10 instruction, then in sequential we are need 30. In pipeline we need 12. Here 10 plus 2, 12. The performance factor, increasing performance factor is 2.5, 30 divided by 12. If number of instruction is 15, then factor is 2.88. If this one is 100, so we are having sequentially, we need 300 cycles. In pipeline, we need only 102, that is 2.94. By this table, we can conclude as number of instruction increases, the increased performance factor will be nearly equal to 3, that is number of stages. If we are having 3-stage pipelining, then increased performance factor nearly equal to 3. If we are having 5-stage pipelining, then increased performance is nearly equal to 5. The conclusion is pipelining in theory increases performance over an unpipelined core by factor of the number of stages. If we are having 3-stage pipelining, then number of stages is 3. So performance increases by factor of 3. We can take one example of pipeline. In ARM7, we already seen 3-stage pipelining is there: fetch, decode, and execute. In ARM9, we are having 5-stage pipeline. In ARM10, we are having 6-stage pipeline. We can see one example using 3 instructions in ARM7. Let us take 3 instructions: compare, subtract, add A, B, C. In first cycle, this is the first cycle. In first cycle, compare is the first cycle. Compare is fetched from the memory. In second cycle, compare is decoded. Second instruction, subtract, is fetched. In third cycle, compare is executed, subtraction is decoded, and addition is fetched. After third cycle, in third cycle, we can get the first instruction execution. This will improve the speed of operation. In fourth cycle, we can get subtraction execution. In fifth cycle, we can get addition execution. For every cycle, we can get one instruction output. As pipeline length increases, the amount of work done at each stage reduces. If we are having 3-stage pipeline, instead of we are having 5-stage pipeline, then length, amount of work done by each stage reduces. Then we can get higher operating frequency. This in turn increases the performance. We already seen 3-stage pipelining increases factor by 3. 5-stage pipelining increases factor by 5. Another one important thing is this pipeline is execution of branch instruction. If branch instruction there in pipeline, then processor will flush the rest of the instructions, rest of the pipelining execution, and it will directly go to program counter address. If branch instruction occurs in between, then pipelining is cleared by the processor. Advantages of pipeline. The cycle time of the processor is reduced, which increases the throughput of the processor. If pipelining is used, ALU can be designed faster and more complex. In theory, pipelining in theory increases over an unpipelined or sequential instruction processing core by factor of number of stages. We already discussed this one with example. Pipelined CPU generally work higher clock frequency than RAM clock frequency. So this increases the overall performance of the computer. Now we can see what are the disadvantages of pipeline. Number 2, pipelined processor. In pipeline processor, insertion of flip-flop between modules increases the latency of the processor compared to non-pipelining processor. Non-pipelined processor will have defined instruction throughput. The performance of the pipeline processor much harder to predict the widely for different programs. The prediction of the instruction throughput is difficult in pipelined processor. Disadvantage of pipeline is when program branches. If any program instruction is there in our program in pipelined processor, if it is occurs, branch instruction occurs, the entire pipeline must be flushed or cleared. If any set of 5 instruction is there, 5th instruction is depends upon 4th output means, then control logic has to be inserted in between pipelined architecture. The control logic is to wait and insert a stall or wasted clock cycles into pipeline until 4th instruction result will come. When a program writes assembly code, generally assume that each instruction executed before the next instruction is being executed. When this assumption not validated pipelining, it causes a program to behave incorrectly. This situation is called hazards in pipeline. There are many logics to solve this hazards in pipelining method. Self-modifying programs may fail to execute properly on pipelined architecture. This is the one disadvantage of pipeline. We can summarize the pipeline topic. Fetching the next instruction while instructions are being decoded and executed is called pipeline, which speeds up the execution. We already seen the comparison between sequential instruction processing and pipeline instruction processing. If we are having 5 instructions to be executed in sequential then we need 5 into 3, 15 cycles. Number of instructions into stages. In pipelining architecture, number of cycles needed is number of instructions plus number of stages minus 1. If 5 instructions need to be executed in 3-stage pipelining, then 5 plus 3 minus 1, total 7 cycles. We can discuss some multiple choice questions under pipeline. Question number 1. In which stage of pipeline will identify instruction to be executed? Option A, fetch. Option B, write. Option C, execute. Option D, decode. We can discuss the answer. Fetch block will load the instruction from the memory. Write block will do the store from the register to the memory. Execution is execute the instruction. Decode is identifies the instruction. Will pipeline, the stage of pipeline will identify the instruction is decode. Answer is D, decode. Question number 2. Identify 3-stage pipeline design for ARM9, ARM7, ARM10, ARM5. Here, ARM7 has 3-stage pipeline. We already discussed this one. ARM9 has 5 stages. ARM10 has 6 stages. Therefore, answer is ARM7. Question number 3. Number of cycles needed to execute 100 instructions in 3-stage pipelining. Option A, 300. Option B, 150. Option C, 102. Option D, 103. We can discuss number of cycles needed to execute 100 instructions in sequential is 100 into 3. In this, the question is asked for pipeline architecture. In sequential, 300. In pipeline architecture, number of cycles needed is number of instructions, that is 100, plus number of stages, 3 minus 1, 100 plus 2, that is 102. Answer is 102, 102. Identify the advantage of pipeline design. Cycle time of processor reduced. Increases instruction latency. Cheaper to manufacturer. Defined instruction throughput. In pipeline architecture, we can't define the instruction throughput. Answer is cycle time of the processor reduced. Cycle time of the processor reduced in pipeline design. This is the advantages of pipeline.